Drop the beat, Edmund.
What do you mean drop the beat?
Drop the beat. Drop it.
I don't know. I'm not dropping
Oh my
the
god.
beats.
I'll do it myself. Boots and cats and boots and cats and
What the are you
boots and
doing?
cats and boots and cats. I'm doing a beat. Boots and cats and boots and cats and it's the Amazons. Do that. Yeah, just like that. It's the Amazons. That's you.
No.
You're not doing it right.
Yeah.
It's the Amazons. Emma's got thighs. We got
You-
4 eyes.
No.
What else rhymes with eyes?
Flies.
Flies? She stank, you got flies.
And we're done. Okay, that's it. If we're out of here.
Hey. Hey. Welcome back to the Amazons podcast.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Nicholas. That's Edmund. Can they hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just hate when I can't see the little meter because then I'm like, hello, is this thing one? Welcome. I'm going to forego all of the formalities.
Mm-hmm.
You're already here. If you're not,
You're probably queer.
well, definitely.
Ba-da-bop.
All that information, everything you ever want is below. So just,
Mm-hmm.
that's it. Well, it has been a few weeks since we've done an episode.
Mm-hmm. And how?
I mean, most people, I think, will know what's going on,
Mm-hmm.
but we are here to talk about my little puppy dog, Scuba Diver. He passed, but we will talk about that in a minute because I know I will cry.
Well, yeah, that's obviously gonna happen.
But I need to like take a sec,
Mm-hmm.
just like do our regular intro stuff so I can calm down,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll continue crying. But yeah, so that's why we're here, everyone.
So what's your updates?
Do
A lot of updates since then.
I have a lot?
I don't know.
I have,
You got things going on.
Yeah.
You got things you got.
right. Okay, so for the visual watchers, not
Mhm.
listeners, I got a neck tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
Not like one of those ones behind your ear type thing, like quite literally front and center.
Mm.
I posted on Instagram, like casually, like I just popped up talking about stuff, and everyone was like, yeah, right. So your neck tattoo? I'm like, you guys are so dramatic. I feel like it's so small.
Mm-hmm.
You can barely see it. You have to like squint. Like it's so little. So I don't know why everyone's so dramatic about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I did in fact get one. I'm very happy with it. Edmund paid for it.
Mm-hmm.
Edmund has this thing lately where he wants me to feel better, so he just keeps buying things and giving me food.
Yeah,
and
I spent a lot of
actually
money.
bullying me a little bit into eating. You did. We were in, actually, let me tell you this. I think he's taking advantage of me because his back is quite wide. Quite wide. And
I can't tell.
he keeps going, do you want this food? But it happens to be all foods that he likes, specifically K-pop, which I keep saying I don't really care to go to. I will go.
But did
and
we go to K-pop?
No, because I keep telling you no.
So what did we have?
We had sushi.
Do you like sushi?
And let me tell you,
Do you like sushi?
I do.
Okay, what else we have?
No, wait a minute, because you're not gonna just smooth past
else
the
did we have?
bullying that I endured.
What else?
We were in a car lane. Okay, I almost said the street. We're on this in the car lane. He starts asking me, "Do you want sushi?" I'm like, "I don't. I'm not even hungry. Like, I'm not hungry. Whatever."
Mm-hmm.
He proceeds to get into the turn lane to go to sushi. And he's like, "Do you want sushi?" I'm like, "We're already there. We're in the turn lane." He's like, "So you want sushi?" Oh, okay.
How many rolls did you get?
Did I get 3 or 4? 3?
You had enough to come home with.
Yeah. Well, okay. So here's the thing.
Couldn't have been not that hungry.
Here's the thing. I envy the people who are like sad eaters because I want to bulk. Like I want to keep weight on me, but I'm just not a sad eater. I'm like a sad, if I put something in my mouth to eat, I like gag. Like I'm like gonna throw up.
You ain't throw up that day.
I didn't. But I didn't eat as much as I could. Like normally I could clear through rolls like nobody's business.
Yeah.
But so I have been on and off, have been having a hard time like eating like 2 meals a day, 3 meals a day, because it's like I get like I'm literally gonna puke. It's not like, oh, I don't want to eat. Bitch, I do. But I'm just like, whatever. But he's been getting me all the foods that he likes. I just also happen
I
to
get
like
you
them.
things that you like. I just also like things that you like. So that's just a coincidence. But if you wanted something that I didn't like, I still would have got it for you.
Oh, I know. Because he just was like above and beyond being like, do you want this thing? Do you want this thing? Do you want this thing? So
you call that bullying.
no, you cannot deny that the sushi was bullying. Everything else was nice. The sushi was bullying. Because I couldn't say anything. I said no, and you were like, all right, well, I'm in the turn lane. You made me say yes.
The sushi and the groceries was forward, not bullying.
Oh, yeah, because what was that? I bought something. What did I get? Oh, it was the family size of meat. He was like, I'm going to get you, because I was out of ground beef. He's like, I'm going to, yeah, because you're smiling, because you know how that went down. I needed ground beef, whatever. I can get my own ground beef, but I needed my ground beef. So he's like, I'll get you ground beef. I'm like, okay. He's like, get the family pack. I'm like, I'm not going to get the family pack. That's so much. Like, yeah, I ate it all or I'm eating it all. But he's like, get the family size. I'm like, no. He's like, okay, whatever. Like, I'll eat ground beef because I can make burgers and stuff. Like, just get it because then we can split it in half. Whatever, I get it. He pays for it. Cutting it up, dividing it. I'm like, okay, I've divided the half. Like, how do you want yours? And he goes, oh, I lied to you. So did you let me buy it? I was like, were you fucking snake?
I just started laughing. I was like, you thought I was serious?
You're such a little snake, like just a little liar, just a slithery little snake.
Yeah, that was trickery.
That was trickery.
That was a little trickery.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, so he got me a tattoo and I'm very happy. And he also got me another one, which is next week.
Yeah.
Next week today, we're filming this on a Tuesday.
Oh my God, it's Tuesday.
And we're both getting 13s, just like done differently. He's getting the number, I'm getting the word.
Yeah.
Because we were both born
on the 13th.
On the 13th. I think I'm going to get a 17 on the other side because my parents were both the 17.
Oh.
Yeah, my parents are both December 17th, August 17th. So I think because this is 13, I'll get like a 17
over there. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Actually, it was my mom's suggestion because she literally said that. And I was like, you know what? It is symmetry and I do want like not the same tattoo on each side, but I do want like, I started in the very middle. I'm trying to branch off, like, you know what I mean?
You want to triangulate.
Everything I say about this tattoo to my mother, she goes, what about this for me? What about mom and a heart? What about this?
What about mom and a heart?
My mom is so excited I'm getting tattoos. She is so excited.
She just wants the tattoos to be about her.
She just would like them all to be about her. She actually loves this tattoo I got. But what did she say to me?
She hates the placement. She said she thinks you look like Prison Break.
Yes. I look like
You look like a prisoner.
I'm like, Mom, no prisoner gets angel numbers. Like, they're not doing that.
I mean,
maybe.
Who knows?
But
they get all types of tattoos in there.
Yeah, but she likes them. She's just, my mom has a bunch of them. My mom has a ton of tattoos, but
yeah.
She just doesn't like the placement. But yeah, so that's my update. Yeah. What about you?
I started my new job.
Oh yes, updates everybody because we haven't been here.
And it's going pretty okay. My coworkers are cool. They're funny. We chuckle and laugh a lot. I get a lot of freedom up in there. I can just do whatever I want to for the most part.
What's like the difference between this job and your last one? Like, what's like the biggest difference? Would you say?
It's less like things are more fair. I feel like everything is split up evenly. Like work is done evenly. If niggas need help for real, like you can get some real help instead of having to figure it out by yourself. When I ask my manager questions because I'm confused about something, there's actual fucking answers.
When you were late the second day to work, they didn't
They didn't
care.
Somebody made a joke about it, but I was like, oh shit, like I my fault. Had the wrong time. So the shift is like staggered. It's not staggered. I guess you can say staggered. It's like
each day's like,
each day is a different start day, but it's like you either start at this time or this time, but it's just a different day. And so I got confused on my second day on the job.
yeah.
But it's fine. I've been good ever since then, so it's fine. But no, it's cool. It's straight so far. I've only been here for a week and
True.
2 days, so it's like I ain't really been there long enough to really see what the hell be going on. I'm peeping little people and stuff here and there. Like there's this older lady that worked there. She's funny, but like she can be a bit of an asshole sometimes. But I found out she lost her husband last year.
Oh, I might.
But
not
also
be nice.
heard that she just wasn't nice to begin with.
Oh, okay.
So it's
but she's tough. Didn't you say she might be foreign or something?
I think she is foreign. She has a very
not foreign, but like not.
She has a very like Russian-esque about her. Like she's very like hard.
Yeah.
But she's so fucking funny. It was this lady I was on the phone with earlier, and I was having a difficulty trying to explain to her the policy that she had. And she was like, and I was just, she hung up on me because she was mad. And I was like, I mean, I get it. She was born in 1954, so it's like she kind of don't get. And then the older lady was like, well, that's not that old. And then so for the rest of the day, she was making jokes about how old I am. She was like, yeah, I know you can't hear me because, you a little old up there. I'm like, okay, sister. All right. I understand. But it's funny. It was all good fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll probably just keep that going for the rest of the week.
Yep.
Stay on her good side.
Right. But that's good.
Yeah. So it's been good so far.
Yeah. He has cute little outfits he wears every day.
Oh yeah, I get
he
to put
doesn't
that shit
fit
on.
in the pants though. He's having pants issues.
Okay, so like, y'all know I've been going to the gym. And I've been losing weight.
But he prioritizes legs. I'll say that.
Yeah, but I didn't realize that like as I was losing weight, I was gaining muscle. So now my bottom of my body muscles are bigger than they've been ever. And I didn't realize that means that my pant size will go up.
Right.
So a pant size
was already
big.
It was already big. I don't know if you guys know, he is not little.
We was at a 40 from the get-go. When I was,
Yeah, like when we sit next to each other, like in the thing, like we look similar size. You just look a little thicker.
No, I'm scrunched up because I'm big as shit.
Yeah.
So I think I have to go up to like a 42 now. And it's so annoying because I'm so used to wearing 40.
Insane. I think I'm like a 30 or like a 28.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm also extremely little. Like I'm not a normal little.
Yeah.
But
I hate going up bigger size because they don't make clothes for bigger size people.
Yeah.
They make good clothes, so it's like it's gonna be hard to find pants now.
I know, like I'm lucky I just can shop like kids.
You know what I mean?
But like there's nothing for you.
No.
Yeah.
Let's go on Fashion Nova.
Careful before the tariffs.
Yeah, I might have to get my fast fashion before they go up 12 times. The price is gonna be Fashion Nova Gucci Nova.
Oh. Okay, I see. Yeah.
But so yeah, that's my update.
Cute.
I eat smoked salmon now.
Oh yes, you are obsessed with smoked salmon. Yeah. But it's like the natural progression. I feel like you were eating salmon every single day. He would cook salmon.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
Like every day.
Yeah.
And so now just a different form of salmon.
Yeah.
Your Mercury. That is very high for sure.
Yeah, I can tell because I'm fucking stupid now.
Is that bad?
Mercury poisoning?
Because I heard salmon is brain food, like fish is brain food.
Yeah, but too much mercury and it fucks with your like cognitive functionality.
Oh.
Yeah, it's no surprise that I'm eating more fish now and I can't make sentences.
You couldn't really before.
What a depression.
You weren't very cognitive.
I have a lot working against my brain.
Drama.
Yeah. Okay. I do, so all right.
Drama, please. Yeah, whatever.
Anyway.
But yeah, that's my update. That's his update. Well, we're not getting into hot topics, yum. So my little pooper scoop.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't sure if at all I was ever going to like talk about it. I said that to you like a bunch. I was like, oh, okay. So this is about almost like 3 weeks ish since like I took like
Yeah.
2 weeks away from the internet because I was like, okay, here's the thing. I'm not going to post about it for a while because it's like I learned from putting him on the internet when I like started TikTok 5, 6, I don't know, years ago, that the internet can ruin a good thing. I mean, that's just in general.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I knew many years ago when he got DCM and I decided to not post him as much.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I had to make that choice because I was like, you know, if something ever happens to him, because DCM is a bitch, somehow it could turn into like being my fault.
Yeah.
And I just remember thinking that and being like, I have to protect him and me. And this was years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Because like things happen and somehow like people are like, I got people, I don't know if my audience now would know, but like I got animal control called on me by fucking random people on TikTok. Like people are so miserable on that app. I posted it on Instagram at Scoop Pass, still have not posted on TikTok. Don't know if I'm going to.
Mm-hmm.
It is really like he's the reason that blew up, but TikTok's also the reason I took him away from the internet. So I still don't know if I'm ever going to say it there. But yeah, so I took 2 weeks to I don't remember them, to be honest. Like I feel like
they were a quick 2 weeks. It's just like a blur.
I feel like what happened with him happened and I remember that so vividly.
Mm-hmm.
And then yeah, I honestly like I don't remember anything like from the 2 weeks after. I mean, I just existed.
I don't remember anything before or after.
Yeah, like the week before was like horrid, like especially like for me horrid because so things were like ramping up. Like DCM was like, honestly, we had so much time. I think we found it in his first or second year of life, so we got able to have more time with him.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just like he's gonna be 7 soon, and so it like ramped up.
Mm-hmm.
The week before was like horrendous because it's just like what's happening, and you know this time's gonna come. Like when your dog gets diagnosed with DCM or something, like you know that's how it happens. That's how they go. Like I know a ton of people who it's happened to, but I don't know anyone who's like dog with DCM died from old age.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone. And through the internet, I had such a huge community of like big dog lovers. Like they could be like boxers, mastiffs, Dobermans, Rottweilers. That's like DCM is common in all of them. So I got to develop a relationship with a lot of those people, and a lot of those people, I watched their dogs pass from that. Like, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so lucky to still have him. So yeah, I don't remember anything in that last week except for just like snuggling with him and that's it. And then after, like, I really feel like the last like full day I remember is like Saturday when I got this tattoo. I feel like that like was my first full day that I actually remember like the day. It's weird. So yeah, we'll talk about like because I'm fighting right now. It's not the lighter part, but like a humorous-ish part is when we were at the vet with him, and the nurses, they were incredible. They really were. The vet techs,
they were very, very, very like perfect.
They were.
Couldn't ask for a better way. Like,
oh my God, yeah, like
group of people.
He had constantly been going to the vets, back in Canada, and he wasn't the easiest to be there because he hates men. Like that's always been a thing. He was from the day I got him. He was this big, and we went for a walk, and he was like, "I gotta eat those men." Like he hates men. I mean, for those who don't know, he had a pretty traumatic before me. I know people saw him as a puppy, but in the 4 weeks before I got him, it was brutal. Like his tail,
they didn't cut it right. They cut it like on
in the bone
joint.
They cut it in the bone. He had a bone spur. The vet said it was likely done with blunt force. The way it was healing.
Yeah. I mean, I remember when he was a puppy, it would still hang out in the back.
Yeah, you could see,
you could see
it
the
was
bone.
white.
Yeah,
it was
white.
so crazy. So the vet was like, it's either going to grow over, like he's so young, so it could heal great, or we'll have to do work on it.
Which it did, thank God.
Very thankful that it just healed right. But he was after it for a long time, so I always had to be on him. And he was, I think I was his like 5th or 6th home in 4 weeks because I mean, he was so cute. For the people who like saw him when he was a puppy, he was, I can't even believe how cute. Like when we look at old videos and pictures now, I'm like, oh my God, he was I could cry. He was the cutest thing. Ever. But if you thought, lighter note, you were getting a cute little puppy, you were not.
Lord have mercy.
He was the worst dog I've ever had. And I've had maybe 6 since I was little. He was a... Oh. Hello. Sorry, guys. Okay, sorry, guys. The
oh my God, what's going
his
on?
computer just like went to sleep, but I think we're still...
I don't know why it did that.
Hey, just 1 sec. We'll just cut this.
I don't know how to fix it. Like it's not...
Go to the camera, like at the top right. You know what I'm talking about? The like zoom out, zoom in, maybe.
It's not...
Click the top right, and then
It's on point 1.
there.
Oh, what the fuck? Right.
I don't know. Sometimes that happens to mine where mine just zooms in.
Okay, but why did it turn off? Because I don't want it to keep doing that.
Maybe go to your like sleep setting.
I never changed that. It don't do that disturb. Yeah. I don't know why I did that. I've never changed like the...
Yeah. I've never seen your computer sleep literally ever.
Okay. Anyway, well, I'll just make sure to touch it every now and then.
Anyway, sorry guys. Edmund's computer just randomly went to sleep. But yeah, if you thought you were getting a cute little tiny cuddly little baby, you were not. You got Satan. Okay? Because he was horrible. He was horrible. We're gonna talk about some fun stuff as well with Scoob and some cute memories and stuff. Like, I don't just want this to be like the saddest thing ever, but yeah, he just was so smart, and that was the thing. That young,
that was the Achilles heel of it all.
Oh yeah, but sorry, one more traumatic thing was, so yeah, at 4 weeks he was already neutered and healed, which is like so crazy because usually like around like 6 to 9 months is like when they neuter them. At 4 weeks, I can't even stress 4 weeks. That is like 1 month old. He was already neutered and healed. Like, I don't know what on earth. I don't know. And so he went through a pretty traumatic situation before me. So my mom has this thing where no matter what, we don't give up on dogs. Okay. We rescued a lot of dogs growing up. Only recently, their newest dogs were puppies, but every dog I had growing up was a rescue. And no matter what, we didn't give up on them. Like we had a dog named Rocky. Rocky 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 bit you. So he wasn't a we have guests dog. If you were too loud, he bit you. We got him at 2. And so he was like, he came with some stuff. But, my mom said, we don't give up on dogs. Too bad. He's here and we are going to work with him till the very end. And we did. Loved Rocky so much. Well, mostly because he never bit me. He just bit everyone else. But yeah, so I knew in the absolute terror that Scoob was, I wasn't giving up. This was my dog. It is what it is. And so, yeah, I can imagine all the people who got for their little kids, like him. And he just bit the fuck out of everyone with his little razor blade shark teeth. Oh my God. He was terrible. He would remember he would break out of the cage. Like he was so smart as a puppy that he learned how to, because he was so destructive. And we tried the crate training. Let me tell you.
Yeah, that would happen. That was like a week, maybe.
No, I lasted a bit. Okay, so Yeah. Here's the thing. I slept next to the crate with my hand in it because it was the only way to get him to stop crying. And not everybody's popular opinion. I didn't get a dog to not snuggle. Okay. Here's the thing. Rottweiler and Doberman were both my dream dogs growing up. I always knew I wanted one named Steven. I got a Steven. 2-in-1 Rottweiler, Doberman, and some Shepherd. So when I saw him, I had to have him. And I knew that you get a dog to snuggle. You get a dog because you need love and companionship. We didn't live together. We lived in 2 different countries. I was going to live alone. Hello? I need some love and affection. I've never lived alone in my life, okay? I went from living with my parents. I lived 1 year by myself. Sorry, in Toronto. 1 year. And then the rest I lived with friends. And then I moved here. Or not here. I live in the US. But I moved back away from Toronto. And I got Scoop. So I lived with Scoop for 5 years. And then I moved here. And so I had my little baby. And I knew I just wanted him to be in the crate at night while he was potty training. But once he was potty trained and I could trust him to fall asleep, get in the fucking bed. Right. So he got in the bed, and one night, because I couldn't take it, I was like, oh my God, the crying, the whatever. And I gave up, put him in the bed for one night. It was over. He was like, bitch, I'm out. I wake up at one point, I look over at him. He's on his back like he did his whole life. Knocked the fuck out. He would cuddle in my neck. Do you remember when he loved to lay on the neck? Like he was just till the end, and that head was heavy as fuck.
Big head.
Sorry, I'm like dry skin from when I accidentally punched myself in the lip. Remember when I split my lip the other day?
Yeah.
As I was flossing and the floss was stuck between my teeth, and I pulled up so hard I punched myself in the mouth and split my lip and bled all over it. But yeah, so I got him like that, but then he just was so bad. Remember, he ripped the fur off of my coat, ate it.
He ripped up the bottom of the crate.
Guys, he was so smart. He learned how to first take the front door off the crate, which, what the fuck? It is a latch and all these things. So we were like, all right, we got to like lock this shit down. He learned how to take the bottom of the crate out. How do you learn that? We still don't know how he did it because we found him.
With the bottom gone, yeah.
On the bed, the bottom destroyed, and him just on the bed, the door still shut. I'm like, how did you do this? Like, he is just a very creative boy. Very. And then when we moved, and he was with me, like alone, because I was with my parents for just a few months, in transition from Toronto to my next house. And remember, he ate the entire. I went to work. And I gave him an entire living room. So I had my own house, gave him a whole living room because there was 2. Right. He ripped the entire like baseboard thing, but on the side, how do you call that? Off the door, like the trim. Ripped the trim off the door, ate it. Didn't die, thank God.
Straight splinters, just all down the throat. How didn't you die?
Ripped the cover. You guys know the like socket? Sorry, it's like the plug cover.
Ripped
the plug cover off the wall.
Cover, yeah.
Ate it, and he was still under one. He ripped. I had book bags. Remember, I had like lined because I had to keep him in the room. We had just moved, and this was right before COVID. I still had to go to work because I started working from home less than a year into his life. I only had 1 year. Like with him, that wasn't COVID. Yeah. Right? Maybe 1.5. I can't remember. The timing is so weird. Right? It was like I had just moved. I feel like. Yeah. Something like I think so, but
because you got him and then
no, I got him in 20.
You got him and then like 6 months later you moved.
Yeah, maybe it was a year and a half. COVID happened. Because I moved there on March 6th.
The year after you moved there is when COVID happened.
Okay, so I had him in that house for 1 year. Yeah. Okay, so I had him in the house for 1 year before COVID. And I still had to go to work for like a few months. And I didn't have baby gates yet to keep him in the living room. Because who thinks their dog's going to rip a plug cover off the wall? Who thinks that? Me.
A plug cover is insane.
Cover. I just wish I could see him like gnawing at the wall with his fucking little shark teeth. I
Just
would
nibbling like.
I could see that he had an affinity for wood. Okay, he really liked eating sticks, wood. Remember, he ate my dresser.
He did eat the dresser.
That dog was just
He
so
ate
bad.
your
He
mama
was so bad.
cupboard.
He ate my mom's cupboard. He was so bad. You guys don't understand.
Yeah.
He was so bad. And I was so active with him when he was a puppy because I was like, okay, he's this kind of breed. You got to be so active with him. But he just had so much anxiety and like he hated men, right? He hated a lot of people at the beginning. Hated babies and people in wheelchairs till the end. He was very ableist. He was ableist.
Yeah.
He hated a person in a wheelchair.
He despised children and handicapped people.
Yeah, it's really problematic.
Yeah. And squirrels.
Oh,
I hate squirrels.
We'll get to his murderous activity because there was
true. There was bodies.
several murderous activities.
Murder.
Murder. Yeah,
They booked Steve.
he was
For murder.
a murder. Doesn't make him a bad guy though.
Let's make him a bad guy.
Right. Shout out Big Ange, the legend. Yeah, he was just so fucking horrible. He was the worst dog
He was
ever.
pretty bad.
But
He
I
was
loved him. He was
pretty
my
bad.
baby. I always said when he was asleep, he was my favorite boy. When he was awake, he was the worst
Well,
boy.
there was times when he was awake that he was pretty okay. Like
had
I
to
would
be-
snuggle with him and
if
he would
he
be
was
fine.
sleepy.
Then he was incredible.
True. If you got him in bed, best dog ever.
Hmm.
You put that dog in bed
Incredible.
from birth to death. I love
Incredible.
snuggling. He was such an affectionate dog.
Mhm.
He loved snuggles, kisses, hugs.
Whether or not you wanted him, yeah.
Right. No consent.
Mhm, mhm.
You can lay on him. I mean, he was so big, but he's
On
like,
him.
if you literally lay on top of him, full body weight, you'd like wrap your arms all around him. 2 seconds later, all you hear is. He loved love so much.
I would put him in a headlock and he would just be there like,
Yeah. Like if you, yeah, any person that he loved, like there was select people that we worked with to get him to like, I mean, he was a reactive dog. So anyone who's had a reactive dog, you know, that journey into meeting people is it's a nightmare. But when you would, and you do that time, like he would just snuggle with them. Like he would sit on the couch with Alicia, just snuggling. He wanted so much love from her. He was obsessed with Jillian, like obsessed with her. And my parents say he just loved love so much. That's why I wish he knew how much everyone loved him. Ooh, I'm not gonna cry
there you go.
because he just loved love. Like if you were excited to see him, he was excited to see you.
Yeah.
And it's like literally millions of people saw him online and like loved him. And I just said every single year of his life, I was like, I wish you knew, because he was so scared of people, right? Like when he would meet people or see people, he was terrified.
Yeah.
I'm like, I wish you knew, like how many people loved you,
They just want to just pet you and just hug you.
because that's all you want.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, but yeah, he was terrible. Yeah, there was the destruction, but once we got out of that phase ended. It was just like the first year of
The
his life.
destruction phase, it was long, but once he stopped, he was like done. Like,
Yeah.
He didn't destroy things anymore.
No.
Yeah.
But to be fair, then I started working from home.
True.
And
COVID happened, yeah.
yeah, and I never went back like really full time ever. Like I've been working from home pretty much ever since. And so I got to spend his whole life with him, which was really amazing. Very hard for me now,
Yeah.
but very amazing. Yeah, the bodies. Scoob was a little murderous.
I would argue self-defense.
Argue that. I'd love to hear it.
You never know. Okay, so in the state of Michigan, if someone trespasses into your home via the castle doctrine, you can defend yourself and your family by any means necessary, even lethally. Follow me. Squirrels they carry rabies.
Okay.
If a squirrel comes onto your property, they are trespassing into your property.
Yeah.
You don't know what they got. They could be trying to come to bite you and give you rabies. They could be trying to steal your garbage. They could be trying to do whatever they want. They can do whatever they want to. How many times have you at your house seen a squirrel crawl on your window to try to get inside?
These fucking squirrels. It's not here, but at that house, there was something, because I was in that house for almost 5 years.
Well, that city's haunted, but still.
True. Yeah, they had a really big crow problem.
Not
even
a crow,
a big crow,
not a crow
like a
problem.
vulture-looking
Like
crow.
like nighttime,
Hundreds
wind blowing,
of crows, bats everywhere.
bats and crows
Yeah, that town was
and
fucked up.
vultures.
My house was haunted though. Like
Your house was haunted.
my house was haunted.
The city is haunted. The city is haunted.
The city is haunted by ghosts.
I feel like that's a rock song somewhere. For
It
sure.
is. It literally is.
It is
I'm
for
singing the song.
Oh, I thought you made that up.
No, you guys know what I'm singing.
I don't. Go ahead.
Yeah, my house is haunted. So this squirrel. So the first body was a squirrel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Scoob stalked. We all know this. And he just stalked people, right? Like he stalked people. He would jump, which, all right, I taught him very well because the stalks at first didn't end in jumps
They didn't.
and running to toys. They ended in bites,
Mm-hmm.
shark teeth.
Mm-hmm.
So very quickly I taught him that the second you pounce after your slow stalk, you grab a toy.
Mm-hmm.
He did that forever moving forward. But he didn't do that with squirrels. He stalked squirrels, and of course he did it all the time, but I was like, he's never going to catch a squirrel. Squirrels are
Because
so
he
fast.
was slower than him at all times.
This one stupid fucking squirrel. Steve got too close. All right, this thing is like bothering me. Steve got too close. The squirrel was, I don't know, in the fucking clouds. I don't know how he didn't see this fat ass dog, a 140-pound beast, stalking him. The squirrel's on the fence.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm watching because, like, LOL, like he stalks squirrels every day.
Mm.
Yeah. Steve hit that fence. His pounce was on the fence. The squirrel was startled and fell. I'm like this. Oh my God. Because now they're both back behind the hedges.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see. Steve.
That was his favorite spot.
It was. He loved the hedges.
And I hated it. And I
pissed me off so
hated
much.
that he loved them fucking hedges. I despised it.
When I first moved in, the hedges were full and beautiful. When I moved out, there were literally holes from his fat ass body jumping in and out. Like, I swear.
Never got a scratch though.
No.
Surprisingly, I don't know how to again.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway,
He would full body like cannonball into
I
the
mean,
hedges.
jump into the hedges.
Yeah.
No scratches. Anyway, go ahead.
But then he had the squirrel in his mouth.
Sure did.
And he bit so hard the squirrel died. I'm alone, by the way, with my dog. Because again, we didn't live together. Scoob looks at me mortified. That's his first body. Mortified. I have never seen him that traumatized ever in his life. Okay. I'm like, get in the fucking house right now.
Mm-hmm.
He goes at the house. He sits, but he's got the like, oh my God, I'm in so much trouble.
Oh my God, what did I do?
God. He was literally mortified.
Mm-hmm.
I took a garbage bag in the school. No, not the garbage bag. That was the bird. I took a snow shovel and I launched it into my neighbor's yard. I didn't like them.
The one behind?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Launched that dead squirrel right into that yard.
They had badass kids.
Yep. Not my fucking problem.
Yeah.
So, whatever. Scoob comes inside. I brush his teeth. He never let me brush his teeth. He let me that day. And then I'm like trying to like lift his spirits. I felt so bad. He wouldn't play the whole day. No playing, no tugging, no bones, nothing. He was mortified. He really was like traumatized that he did that.
He did a thing where he put his ears down.
Oh, the baby seal, like just straight back.
Seal, yeah.
He was just like, yeah, he slept the rest of the day. He was like, I can't.
I had enough for
I
today.
can't do this.
This is too much for me.
Yeah. Didn't stop him though from ripping a bird in half in front of me. That was the real traumatizing one for me. I go outside and Scoob has the bird's paws on his paws on the bird's wings. Scoob looks at me in the eyes, grabs the bird's head and rips it off. I'm like, oh my God, you fucking asshole. You asshole. Again, he didn't eat it. He just ripped it in half and
just
spit it
dropped
out.
it.
And I was like, get in the
Said,
fucking
hey,
house.
Dad.
Get in the house. No, he never came to me like, oh, look what I did. Because a lot of times dogs do that. They'll bring you like dead bunnies and shit. And they're like, look what I got. Every time he was like, yeah, my bad. Definitely didn't mean to do that.
It's in my nature.
Sorry, my bad. Oopsies. Yeah. So
I ain't know we couldn't kill birds over here.
that one I cleaned up, put in the garbage.
Mm-hmm.
And then the groundhog, he didn't kill it. But had I not been there with him, I think he would have. Although that bitch put up a fight. That groundhog put up a fight. He was like hissing. I go outside. Scoob's got this groundhog, guys. I don't know if you know how big groundhogs are. And that bitch was full because he was ready for winter.
Mm-hmm.
Fat ass groundhog. Scoob's got it like in his mouth, like huge, like as if he had a stuffy, like a stuffed animal. I'm like,
oh my God, he had it in his mouth?
Yes, Edmund. And I was in
I thought
flip
he
flops
was
and my
just going-
glasses weren't on. I couldn't see.
Oh my God.
Oh, in the pink flip flops.
Why didn't you call me?
You can't hear me.
Oh my God.
I'm
yeah,
like,
you couldn't leave.
I have to do something immediately because
Oh my God, I wish we had we still
I
had
know.
the Ring camera service at that time.
I know. Yeah, so whatever. I grab Scoob by his like neck skin and I'm like, let him go. and he drops him. And I'm kicking at the groundhog like, bitch, go, run. He turns around, gets up on his back legs. He's like puffed up, hissing at Scoob. I'm like, oh my God.
I'm like, bitch, just leave.
And he's like, no, bitch, let's go run it. I'm like, no, we're not about to fucking squabble in my backyard. We're not doing this. This is so much. I was like, fucking like, please no.
Run. He said, no, I run that, cuz, run that.
Because once he
I need that.
No, literally, I swear to God, he like bucked up at Scoop. Well, he did. He like lunged at us. I'm like, get the fuck out. I'm yelling at the groundhog, and I now have Scoob like backpack style, like under his armpits from the back. I'm holding him like this, and Scoob's like, rah, rah. Oh my God. So every day from that, I went out first, and Scoob came late after.
Yes, when he wasn't allowed to go down the hill anymore.
No, we have a hill in our backyard.
That was the last day he can go down the hill by himself.
Yeah, you're not allowed back there. But he knew, like he was so smart. He was like, damn, I'm not allowed to go down here. Like I didn't have to go down there. I would just be like, this way.
Like, he'll stop and look over where the groundhog is. He like
he just knew. He was so good. Like he was so well trained, so well behaved.
So well trained. It's probably one of the most well trained dogs I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, he was the most well-trained dog we've ever had. But I knew when he was little, took him to the vet when he was just this big, but his paws were the same size as his head. And the vet was like, good fucking luck. This is going to be a big boy. I'm like, Rottweiler Dobermans, they get like 90 pounds.
No.
He was like, no. And then you take him like however many for his next vaccines. He's like, yeah, so he's the size now at 6 months that like typically they get in 2 years. And I was like, so what does this mean? And he was like, it means he's going to have terrible joint issues, all these things. So he had the Rottweiler body with the Doberman legs and the little Dobie head. He was fucked up built. Like he was built like fucking someone just put him together.
Big body, little head ass nigga.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like such a Dobie head, but the big chest. Everyone was like, your dog's fat. I'm like, this boy's chest.
This chest is
huge.
Enormous.
Yeah. Yeah, but I knew when he was little, so I was like, okay, well, he's going to be way bigger than me. I got to really tighten this ship. Like, I got to run a very tight ship. And I did. I ran a very tight ship. But he was just so amazing. Like, people were always like people's favorite thing on Twitch when they give him a treat, because you could redeem to give him treats on stream, is people loved when he would back up. And I'm like, I really just didn't think it was that like serious.
Remember when my sister and my little cousins was here and we told him to back up, and I was like, oh my God, he really backing up.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, yeah, y'all do, I guess that's, people don't do that with dogs.
Well,
like, I don't know.
It's kind of like kids. Like, you don't know how well you were raised until you meet somebody else's kids.
Yeah.
I would go and see people's dogs. I'm like, these fucking badass dogs.
Bad dogs.
And like, they were just regular dogs. But I'm like, that's a bad dog compared to mine. When I'm like, he's like, all right. Like, he was so great. Like, anything I taught him verbal commands, and then I also taught him like non-verbal commands.
Well, he also knew English, so that was easy.
Right, he did. You could say anything, and he like knew what it was. He was so smart. But I mean, I spent every day with him all day, so it was like, of course, he was gonna know English and all these things, right? He wasn't like a dog that I just like had, and then I went to work all day, and then came home and we went to bed. Like, it wasn't like that. He spent every minute of his life with me. So
he knew English. He just act like he didn't.
To you.
Not to you too.
It depends on the day. Well, sometimes when I'm like, get in the house. And he's like, I'm like, do you want an apple? Boom, 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 boom. Breaking the door down. Bitch, because you hear me. I know you know what I'm saying.
Come in the house. Come in the house for treats. Like, let me
my
come in the
goodness.
house.
I didn't hear you calling me.
I didn't even hear you say me.
Yeah.
Me. I didn't even hear you call me.
Yeah, he was just the best. But the best thing, though, was just his, like, guard dog abilities that we took for granted. This is where we're bad parents. So if you get a guard dog, the guard dog's supposed to be like, I'm here to protect you. They sense danger. They go, Ayo, danger. What are you supposed to do? Listen to them. Well, we didn't quite listen that one time.
Well, he always barked at everything. So it was really difficult.
He hated squirrels. If there was a squirrel, he was barking at it.
So it was this one time I was at Nick's house.
Yeah.
And usually when I went to Canada, I had the common practice of not blocking my car door because I'm in Canada. What the fuck is going to happen in Canada? And for the most part, nothing ever happened. I never locked my door. So why would I? And so one night we're all in the living room and Steve is in the front window looking outside to where my car would be, and he's just barking, like
looking at the car,
but he was doing he had different barks.
Yes,
some barks was like, what the hell is that? Like, I don't even know what that thing is. What that's whatever. Then there's other barks that's like, something is here right now, you need to come see this moment.
Yeah, he had like if he did the like that's his like, I don't know about that, but I'm suspicious.
This is making me nervous.
If he barked like a dog, he was just barking at a squirrel. He's barking at a person in a wheelchair.
When he yelled?
If he yelled, so specifically the yell, by people on Twitch know the yell.
Yeah.
It's this. Like,
literally
it's not
that.
A bark, it's a
It's not a bark.
scream.
He's yelling. He's yelling.
And the hair.
The hair will go up. Yeah. But sometimes he would do the yell, and then you go to the front, and it's a fucking squirrel.
Yeah.
Or it's a cat. So we thinking, shut the fuck up. What are you screaming for?
We were just like, stop barking. Get away from the window. Get away from the window.
And he just wouldn't. We had to pull him from the window. He would go back.
Which should have been
and we
sign.
Bro, he went back like 3-4 times. He would like leave the fucking window alone. He like, what the fuck?
And he really was looking at us like, come on, guys.
Because I woke up the next morning to go out to my car.
Yeah.
And the driver door is open.
Right.
And the driver door is open, and my glove compartment is broken off of the compartment, and all my documents is on the floor, and all my change is gone. Which all that shit I didn't really give a fuck about. But they took my charger.
The charger I heard about for like 2 years.
They took I'm never gonna get over it. That was a good fucking charger.
Yeah.
And they took my fucking.
If someone took my kitchen charger, I'll be real fucking heated.
They took the phone charger and left $3.
Yeah.
But they took the change.
Yeah. It was dark. They grabbed what they could, probably.
Crackheads.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I had them. I lived in a questionable area.
Now, so I go back in the house. I'm like, Nick, somebody broke into my car last night.
We were like, oh. So the whole next day, we just kept pampering Scoot. Being like, you're just the best boy. You're so good. Like, oh, you're such a good boy.
And you know, dogs don't remember. He like, I don't know what I did, but okay.
Yeah, I'm
a good boy.
What a good day today. Yeah, we fucked that one up.
And so since that day, every time he would yell in the window, be like, shut the fuck up, get your ass. But then we're just.
Right. Get away from the window, but let's peek and see if anybody's there.
You get your ass back. Now I'm going to go see what the fuck going on.
Yeah. Because he was great. I mean, like, when I first moved into that house, he was like less than 6 months old, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 6 months, actually. And someone broke into my backyard.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like 3 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
I was editing vlogs because I used to edit vlogs till late as fuck. And so I would go let him out, and then we would go to bed. I let him out at 3 a.m. He does that bark, the like ooh bark. It was the first time I'd ever heard it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking, we got neighbors, and it's 3 a.m. What the fuck are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
And I open the door, and he, like, to go get him, and he sprints and sits right in front of me. Like he puffs his chest up. That was like a thing. Like he would puff his chest up.
Yeah.
Puffed his chest up right in front of me. I'm like, move, move, move. He's like, hell no.
Like, no, bitch, you move.
He would not leave from in front of me. And then the guy hopped the fence and left. And I was like, what the hell? But like, I mean, go boy. Someone was in my yard.
Mm-hmm.
And then Trevor asked me too. He was like, what was that? And I was like, someone was in my backyard. And he was like, well, thank God you got the dog.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you're right. And then from that day on, Trevor was giving him treats every day. 3
Every
o'clock,
day.
Steve would bully him into giving him treats. If Trevor didn't come out at 3, Scoob would bark. at the fence.
Which, what the fuck? I forgot all about that. You bullied that man into giving you treats.
And then one day Trevor was over at the Jamaican lady's house, and so he barked over there.
And now
Trevor
they
gave him a
him
treat,
treats.
and now both he's getting treats twice a day. Spoiled rotten. Yeah, and then we came inside, and he sat. Remember, I had the pictures. I still have the pictures.
Yeah.
He sat in front of the door the whole time. And while I was brushing my teeth, when I was in the kitchen, then I went to brush my teeth. He sat in front of the bathroom door, chest up, looking out the whole time away from me, sitting in front of me. I went to bed and he broke the blinds, by the way, so that he could see out into the backyard. He literally broke a square out of like these kinds of blinds.
To look outside and see what the hell's going on.
For the rest of the time we lived there. But yeah, that night. And then I woke up randomly in the middle of the night and he was still up looking out the window. He was just like my guard dog. Like I never taught him that. He just did it. And then when someone else broke into my backyard and the police came, remember the guy was pounding on the door.
Yeah.
Pounding on the door, trying to get into the house. And then eventually he left, went into the backyard. I called the police. The police came. They couldn't find him. And I was like, well, what happens if I let my dog out? Because he's gonna find him. And the police were like, let him out. I was like, then you guys gotta go. They were like, why? I go, well, he's a 140-pound Rottweiler Doberman. The guy was like, yeah, I'll be at the end of the driveway. I'll be at the end of the driveway. So Scoob ran out. I remember, and he checked. It was so weird. It's like he just knew. Like he went and he checked all the bushes behind, checked up in the tree, like jumped up to look in the tree. We let him into my garage. He checked under the car. Like he just like knew. They ended up finding the guy like in the neighbor's yard, but they found his shoe and stuff like in my yard. And Scoob was like, I'm on it. And that person broke in on Christmas. Scoob went in and immediately
all
just started
the like
checking
cubbies, like little small spots, like everywhere that he could fit, he would just go in while I was checking the other rooms, and he knew to come into the room I was in too to double check, and make sure. Like it was so fucking like we was just on the same. He just knew. I was like, Steve, go, and he was just like, nigga, we in there. What's up? Like
when the person
where's
was
this nigga? He running upstairs, all type of shit. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and he's looking under things and in things.
Yeah,
we didn't teach him that.
We never taught him that.
He just like knew that if something's up, I need to be inspecting. And like here, when we moved in here and someone like went in the backyard, I let him in the garage. He looked under my car. He looked under, like, he just know, like he was so good. He was so good that way. Like on like the best dog, the absolute best dog.
So crazy.
With that, he was the funniest dog ever, bro. The shit he would do. And like his feelings would be hurt if we'd laugh at him. Like when he fell off the bed.
That was his fault because he thought he was big dog against somebody.
Steve liked to bully Edmund in the bed. But listen, I get it. I slept with Scoob every single night. So like you were there
2 days out the week.
Yeah.
He like, nigga, why you on my side of the bed?
Right. Like he never liked you in the bed. Like that was not a thing. He liked you to snuggle up, whatever, but it's time to go to bed.
It's time to go to sleep, nigga. Why are you here?
Go on the couch, right? So he would bully Edmund. He would take his blanket and take it off of him.
Well, that was just him. Like, if he wanted to play and you didn't want to play, but you wanted to cover, you don't have cover.
You don't get a cover.
That's it.
Don't let him grab your pillow because you don't have a pillow.
You don't have a pillow. You don't have whatever it is on you.
You were naked now. Not naked, but like you don't have a blanket or a pillow.
Freeze, nigga.
Even when you were, when he was little, I wish we recorded him fucking your shit up.
Yeah. Like we pulled my hair when I still had hair.
Guys. My favorite, arguably one of my two favorite Steven moments in the almost 7 years. One, when he yanked your shit back. And two, when you tried to pet him that one time.
So he fucking did that like 4 weeks ago in here.
That shit is so fucking funny. But hold on. So the yaga. So Emin and Steve actually had beef, right? because
Yeah, we had
to Steve,
smoke.
he came first, but he didn't. I was with you first. For like, I met you in February, and I got Steve in August. And he was not about you. He hated
you. He did
you.
not fuck with me from the beginning.
He would make it look like he didn't make it look like he liked you. He made it look like he tolerated you when I was around.
He just put up with me, yeah. But then when you left, he like, man, then you your bitch ass on somewhere, pussy.
He would go. We'd all be up at the top of the bed because Scoob loved being in bed. But he would be at the top of the bed. The second I would leave to go to the bathroom, go grab something, he got the fuck off of Edmund. He would go sit at the edge of the bed and just scowl at him, like
just staring at me, like
ugh. Like
and I would look back at him too. Yeah, fuck you too. Like, what the fuck you mean?
I remember the first time you turned to me and you were like, I have beef with a dog. Like, I have actual beef with a dog.
That was
like,
so surreal.
You had actual beef.
We did not like each other.
No. And I was just there like, my boys.
But then slowly but surely we was just like, you want to cuddle, nigga?
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, bro. Don't do nothing. I'll beat your ass too.
It was the cuddles.
But we gonna cuddle though, bro. Cause you big.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, you little nigga. So let's go.
Scoob loved to cuddle. Like, that was his thing. Like, he just loved to cuddle. Like, from day one.
He found out I had that soft shoulder. He was like,
let me get in here. But don't try no slick shit,
don't
bitch.
do no slick shit.
But this is nice.
Yeah, bitch. Oh, you got some hair?
And then Edmund was laying on his stomach in bed. And Scoob just like walked
unprovoked.
Unprovoked. No playing was involved. Mind you, Scoob was less than 15 pounds probably. Easily. He was like 12 pounds maybe.
Yeah.
So small. And he just walked up Edmund's back. I'm like, LOL, so cute.
I'm thinking he about to come and like lay on me or something because we did that at that point.
He took the fattest chunk of Edmund's hair. And when I say, like, kickstand, whatever his feet on Edmund's back, and just rip
my
his shit back.
fucking head, I got whiplash. That he pulled me so fucking hard.
When I say I thought I was gonna piss myself because I couldn't even discipline him. You couldn't either. We were. It's like, you know, when you have a kid and the kid does something bad, but you have to be strong to discipline them. You couldn't. Yo, that was the funniest shit ever.
He pulled my hair so fucking hard, so unprovoked, so hard. My shit was just like.
That's the thing. It was so unprovoked.
He's just like, I had to remind you.
Like we were literally all just chilling in the room, and he just walked up and just decided, I need that.
Like,
it was fucked up. But it was before I was on social media, so like all his puppy stuff for like the first year and a half of his life, I didn't record a lot of it. Yeah. I don't even have I only have one stalking video of him as like when he was younger, but he did it every day. But I wasn't online, so I didn't think to like take pictures and videos and record it.
Yeah.
So luckily, like a lot of my friends and family are sending me puppy stuff of him because they took a lot, but I didn't have a lot. But I would do anything
to have video in it. I would pay so much money to have that video.
He ripped your shit back.
That was so fucking funny.
It was mean as hell.
That was so fucking funny.
No, it was. The other one. So I was really sick and out of the hospital like at a time, and I like couldn't even laugh because I would be in like so much pain. So I remember being like, I can't laugh, and I just tell you like I can't laugh. Like I just got to be as like calm as possible. He's a little taller now.
Yeah.
And still, it has a little bit of beef. Edmund tries to pet him
on his head,
and he like dodged it. Like it's like his hand came down.
Like
he was
the
like
Matrix. Like everywhere I went, he knew I was going there, and he would just move his fucking head.
And like you tried like 5 different ways,
bro. At one point, I was like, Nick, what the fuck is?
Like he just like zoom, dodging every pet, and I couldn't help it. I was in so much pain. Like it was terrible. I was really in so much pain. But that was another one of the funniest things ever. He was like, "No,
like,
don't fucking touch
me," and then walked off like,
"Ugh." That shit. He said, "In case the bum try to touch
crazy.
me." Ew.
Them reflexes was too crazy for me. That was incredible. I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
Every time I tried to touch this motherfucker, he dodged it.
He was so good. And it could be like 5-6 dodges all in one.
Oh my fucking god!
But the falling off the bed.
The falling off the bed.
You can tell that one. But that one
The
is...
falling off the bed. So yeah, like he said, he used to bully me for sure.
This one, Scoob was embarrassed.
And so that's back when you had that what was it, a full or a queen? I think it was a full because it was just you and Steve.
Yeah, it was just one full bed.
Yeah, it was
the
one
one
full bed.
So we were tight-knit.
I'm laying down in the bed, ready to go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So is Nick. And Steve tries to come in to reclaim his spot. I said, no, I don't want to move. I'm not moving. He pulls the cover off of me and proceeds to bark at me. Like, nigga, get your bitch ass up. You're in my spot. I said, no. Mind you, the lights are off. We're in pitch black doing this shit.
And sometimes it's funny, so it's hard
and
to like not laugh.
Because it's like he's so upset and it's like, you're so cute. This is hilarious.
It's funny.
So I'm trying not to laugh, but I'm also like, nigga, just go to bed, stop. And out of nowhere.
To be fair, I enabled it because all I had to do was be like, enough.
Yeah, you could have just stopped.
But I never did because it's kind of funny. It's funny.
But out of nowhere.
Oh my God.
I think you do the noise better than I can.
Okay, so he's barking. All you hear is, arr, 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 arr. And we're like,
all you hear is, doom.
He fell off the bed. Mind you, I had a really close to the floor bed. So it was like
like a little platform kind of
like a I don't know what you call them, like a frat house, like a fraternity type thing, like
the IKEA
where they're really
bed.
where they're like low to the ground.
Yeah.
So he just had to like step up, like
it wasn't even like a foot fall.
No, he fell backwards. That's the fucking problem.
God. Oh my! Because he was on the edge of the end of the bed,
and he was like barking
and it was
trying to
dark.
pull.
So he was trying to pull, but he lost his footing on that fucking wood.
And he fell back.
That nigga fell and yelled so loud.
But he like wasn't hurt because it's not far down.
He
but
wasn't
he just
hurt.
Wasn't
he was so embarrassed
because we were laughing so hard. Like he was so smart. Yo, when I tell you for like an hour, we didn't even go to bed. We were fucking dying laughing. Scoop didn't even lay up with us. He laid at the end of the bed. He was like, fuck this.
He's like, I'm damn near about to sleep on the floor, bro. Y'all, that shit not funny, man. I thought I was about to die.
We were laughing so hard because what do you mean you fell?
He just got up and his ears was back. He was looking like, it's not funny.
And he didn't want to play anymore.
He didn't want to play.
He was done.
He's like, I'm going to just lay down.
He did not want to play. That is one for the rest of my life. I will never forget how fucking. But it was just the like big like.
Like you so from like so gangsters to just like
baby
a baby in half a second.
It was so fucking funny. He was just so funny. Like he just did so many funny things.
So goofy.
Yeah, like.
I loved when he would just like when he would get real like happy and excited. He would just have his tongue hanging out.
Oh my God! And his nub would just.
And his nub would just go.
Yeah. And the fattest nub ever. We were looking at like baby stuff of him. And it was so like long.
It was long and skinny.
And then all of a sudden it turned into like a U. Like it was just the thickest. And I always said like, if he had a tail, like if I ever got like a Rottweiler or a Doberman like puppy, like I wouldn't dock their ears. I wouldn't, or crop their ears. I wouldn't dock their tails. But that's how he came to me. He came to me with that. But if he had a tail,
that would have been enormous.
Oh,
the base was this wide.
It would be breaking everything.
100%.
It was the biggest tail I've
They'd be putting holes
seen.
in the walls and shit.
Oh my God. Well, a lot of them, they break their tails when they hit things so they can like fracture them and stuff. But I would have had a fracture. That shit was thick. That was the thickest. And the bone was like thick. Like it wasn't just the, it was fucking huge.
It was, that would have been a big ass fucking tail.
Yeah. I really gotta pee. Hold on.
So crazy.
I just really gotta pee. Okay. Pee is done. There's something else I was gonna say. Oh yeah, just that I have like so many amazing memories now that like my brain's a little less foggy. I have a lot of like amazing memories, and like I can look at pictures of him. It's harder to look at the ones that are like now. I can look at all the little puppy ones of him, or like the first like 2 or 3 years of his life. Because there's so many things that like obviously I remember but like don't remember, but like I really like like him now is is like the hardest part. So it's like pictures of him
Mm-hmm.
now, videos of him now, like that's kind of hard. Like when I opened that PR package and it had bubble
Mm-hmm.
wrap, like
Mm-hmm.
I literally just cried because like
Yeah.
he liked
Because
bubble
he
wrap
loved bubble wrap. Yeah.
and like he just like opening packages. I never thought that would be hard
Mm-hmm.
because people would send us from Twitch and from TikTok and stuff. They would send packages for him all the time. So like he got used to opening packages with me. So when I would get a package, he'd be so excited, like what's in there? Is it
Mm-hmm.
for me? And so like that is like so hard. There's so many things that are just like so hard now
Mm-hmm.
that I don't know, like you don't realize are gonna be difficult. Like when I made my first smoothie,
Yeah.
oh my god, I sobbed because like he's not coming for the blueberry, he's not coming for the banana, like
Mm-hmm.
the peanut butter. Like you
Mm-hmm.
don't realize that like everything you do, especially when you work from home. That's what my mom said. Like obviously everyone's connected to their animals and stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
people have lives outside of this.
Yeah.
I didn't. Like really my whole life was dedicated to like him. I wouldn't go anywhere for too long because I was like, we got to get back to
Mm-hmm.
the dog. I couldn't. I sacrificed a lot, as you should. You rescued the dog, but like, you would go on trips, and I'd be like, yeah, I can't come. I'm
Yeah.
not leaving the dog. Like
Mm-hmm.
the max I probably spent away from him was 1 or 2 nights, and then he had a
Mm-hmm.
babysitter, like my dad and stuff. But like in his whole life, so it's like harder because everything I do, everything, it involves him. Like even when I was setting this up, I was like, oh wait, I don't have to like baby gate him out of here.
Mm-hmm.
um like waking up is so weird because like I don't have somebody to like make me get out of bed. That is like the
Mm-hmm.
hardest part in the morning is like I guess I can just sit there. So yesterday when you went to work, like I didn't get out of bed till like noon, which is not good. um because I usually bring him to work and then the gym is next to his job, so then I go to the gym, but I didn't yesterday, and I realized I can't really do that
Mm-hmm.
because I will rot because I don't have
Mm-hmm.
somebody like to keep me like accountable. So like that's really hard. Um and like yeah, I've never been alone. I think that's like the weirdest part is like I've always just had him and like I just talk to him all day. And even like I've been here for a year and a bit now. You would go to work, but like I'd still talk to him all day. You know, like I would do things all day. He was just here all day. So I've really never been alone. So that's like the weirdest part for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Is just like there's no one here.
Yeah.
So that's definitely like the weirdest part. Um,
Yeah.
and it was I don't know. Sorry, you have something to say?
No, I was just gonna say like, yeah, it's definitely been like different, just like not having him around. Like I remember you telling me like you would like still go check different rooms and shit if it got too quiet because you were
Yeah.
thinking that he in somewhere and he not there or some shit
Oh,
like that. Or
every
like,
day when I'm in the kitchen, I look over
mm-hmm.
every day by habit because like I think he's gonna be like in the window thing, right?
Yeah.
So like but like that's hard. But like people have been telling me that like you're gonna do that forever because like for 7 years
Mm-hmm.
that's what you did.
Yeah.
You like looked for him. He was your shadow. Like still when I go to the bathroom, I like
Mhm.
look because I'm expecting his nose to be pushing the door open because you can't even pee alone,
Yeah.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
So like that stuff's the saddest part is like, yeah, your habits.
Yeah.
But we're trying to
Yeah.
develop some new ones.
I don't know. I still can't. It's still really hard for me to just like um I didn't think I was going um that fucking front window get me every time.
When you come home and he's not in the front window.
When I come home from work, he just like
Yeah.
I'm just so used to like being
Back-
annoyed when
and
I
being
come
like,
home
back
because
up,
I'm like,
back up,
bro,
back
back
up.
up, like let me get in the house, and it's just like I
Yeah.
come in the house and it's just like, you know,
Yeah. Every day when I come home,
that shit still kills me to this day.
I look because you think his head's going to be in the window, right? And like you, yeah, like I'm used to saying like back up, back up, back up. And like,
even when we get groceries, sometimes it's like, oh, I gotta remember that, like, I don't have to let you go in, because
yeah,
I used to have this strategy of letting you go in first, because he would
I
follow
could be,
you,
yeah,
and then I got room to at least get in. But
yeah,
just like, no, I don't have to,
yeah, yeah,
like, I see the fucking plants in the window now, because like now there's plants in front of the window, because you don't
yeah. I
have
could
to.
never put plants in front of the window because he would like knock them over.
Yeah, so it's like all of that shit is just like, yo, that shit is just like the waking up in the morning shit, like all of that stuff. I like, was able to work through like the whole like shadow thing, but it's just like that fucking window kills me every time I pull up to this house.
Yeah, it's so hard to not have his like energy. Like you don't realize like the greeting, you know, um, and like we don't like sit in bed anymore
Yeah.
because like we would we would sit in bed with him, and I realized I'm happy that right away. So like um right when we came home after losing him, um I was like, we have to clean this whole house. I have to just like, I can't sit. I can't do that. So we like cleaned up all his things. We like deep cleaned the whole house because I was like, he's going to have fur everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And like, that is silly, but it's going to be hard. And like, I don't want to find one of his toys and that kind of thing happens.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want to make sure I have like things to keep, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I kept his baby teeth. His very first collar that was like this big. His bow tie that he wore at the wedding. I still have the wedding cake topper of him.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wanted to make sure I still had all those things, and I just wanted to organize everything because I'm like, I need to do all of this while I'm still in this grieving process. I mean, I know I think forever, people say now that that's what it's going to be, but I needed to do all that right away so that I didn't start to feel better and have better days and then go back and do it all and then be back where I started.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy I did that. And like immediately was like, okay, I can't do anything the same because again, this isn't like I go to work and have a life outside of this. I've never had a life outside of Scoop. Like I really didn't. I mean, like I gave him everything of me. So, like streaming, like I haven't streamed since because like we're going to make a streaming room, for me because he was such a huge part of stream, like Twitch. So like that feels really hard. Like those people watched him grow up. I've been there almost like over 4 years. So the stream watched him grow up. And every day I would sit on this couch with him while I gamed or while I did whatever. He would sit with me. And I was like, I can't do that the same. I have to do this different. So I have to do a streaming room, and I'm like, everything I do, I have to like do different. We can't sit in bed anymore because we would sit every night, like literally every single night. We would get in bed, and then he would hop up and he would lay between us. And so now like we watch TV out here. When we go to bed, we go to bed. Like it's, I have to like have a different routine. Like that's kind of where I am right now. And like, sorry, I noticed after that I was like, I like never, I never like was affectionate with you really ever because like I gave him so much of my love. Like part about being in long distance with you was that like when I was going through a lot, like I could text you and like, yeah, I'd see you on a weekend. But when I got him, like I was so depressed. I mean, like there was such a period of drinking. I was literally like really going through it. And every time I would think it to myself, like if I ever took, I'm grateful I didn't, but like took the road and like unalive myself, you'd move on. My parents would suffer forever, but like you guys would still have a life. If I did that, Scoob would have nowhere to go. Because by that time, he was like too old. If he was rehomed with the trauma he has, and he's so big, he could hurt somebody, and then he'd be put down immediately.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, I have to stay alive. I have to be accountable. I have to get up. I have to stop drinking. I have to start doing, like, being a real person and be healthy. And that's how I got healthy, was literally because of him. Because, like, I needed him. I needed to be good for him. And then when he passed, I realized I was like, oh, like, he was my, like, comfort thing. Like, we snuggled every day, you know, like, when I would cry, I have YouTube videos of it. Like, he would come up and he would like immediately like lick my face. He's like, we're not doing this. And he would like always make sure that I was like good. But I realized I was like, I've never like been affectionate or like super emotional with you, because like it's almost like I had, in a different way, like a stronger connection with him, but it was just because I spent every single minute of my life with him.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I always just said like, oh, I'm not affection, I don't need affection. But then I realized like, oh, I do. Like when he left, I was like, oh, I do.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is probably like the weirdest part, is like realizing that like when I always just said I wasn't like affectionate, like I was, but like I didn't realize I wasn't like pouring it into you, and that I needed it. So it's like when you would hug me and I would just like fully break down, like hyperventilating. That like, I don't want to cry during this. That like I'm very grateful, because like if I didn't have you through this, like I wouldn't have like recovered this. And I know the timing worked out, that like you didn't work that week that he ended up passing. So I did have like 4 or 5 days with you where I was never alone. Like you wouldn't leave me alone. So I'm very grateful. And that like he would like catch me like zoning out. Like for something about the car, that's what, like I would be okay here. Well, no, I would obviously sob and break down. That would happen all the time. You'd like go shower and come back out to the kitchen, and I would just be like sobbing on the counter. But like that every time like I started to like go, that you would just like grab my like leg or something. So, but yeah, a lot of people were like, I hope you have support and stuff. And I was like, you guys don't get it. Like you have gone above and beyond. So I'm very grateful, because like this is the hardest thing I've ever gone. And I'm usually so good at like any relationship or anything. Like my uncle passed, like all these things that had happened before. I've always been good at being like, okay, moving forward. Like I can't do anything about this. How can I move forward? I make lists. Like my mom always taught me, like something happens, immediately sit down, make a list. How are we doing this moving forward? We have a schedule. We're doing all these things. And this is like the first time like I haven't been able to follow that. Like I just like can't. So it's just like, yeah, this is like the worst thing ever. And like, there's just things that like I would do anything to have it again. But I'm like, I'm okay, not okay, but like
I don't think
I'm
we're
not okay.
okay.
I'm not okay. But like, I understand that I can't have those things back. Like, I get it. But like, I'm like, I'll be fine. Like, I'll be fine. Like, I catch myself like being fine. Like today, it was like quiet in the house. Like I didn't have something on, and I was like, I noticed, and I was like, oh, like I just walked around and did all these things, like for the first time in weeks, and I didn't have that overwhelming anxiety. And then like every day, I get like the vision of him like um, closing his eyes for the last time in my arms, and like it's like the most like traumatizing thing. Like in the end, he like went peacefully. He was like in my arms and everything, but it's like that was so traumatizing to like watch. Um, and like we both said, like we'll never do this again. I will never, ever get another dog.
If I do, it's gonna be years, and bitch, I'm gonna be probably too old to even take care of it.
I just like
Nigga, I wouldn't wish that shit on no
no.
nigga. Oh my fucking god, that shit is so,
It's
bro.
it's hard because it's like that.
I've had dogs pass before.
Yeah,
I've never gone through that.
I've never seen it. Like was obviously horrible. Like me going through it, but I've never seen you. I've seen you cry, but I've never seen you like convulse cry ever.
That was
And that was like really hard too.
that was one of the worst days of my life.
Yeah. It is the worst day of my life. And I've been through some shit. That is the worst day of my life.
Oh my god.
Like I couldn't believe it. Like it's like yeah, it just didn't seem real. And then like
But that's part of one of the. I mean, I don't want to cut you off, but that's part of like why I was just so like always trying to just make sure that like you were okay, because it's like I knew that if that was fucking that was fucking awful for me. God only knows how you felt in that
yeah.
moment, and like I like worried for the first like week. I mean, I probably wouldn't have went to work if I had to during the week after seeing what you were like. I probably would have been like, no, I got to push this out another week. Like I couldn't. My spirit wouldn't let me leave you by yourself in that moment.
Yeah, I was like every time I was alone, like literally you would go to the bathroom and that's all it would take
I
for me to
know.
like be alone.
Like you would just like. I mean, you obviously don't know this because you were like
It was such a
you
blur.
were in it, so like you obviously didn't see, but like it would just be times you would just like you just be gone, like you just wouldn't be there. Like
Yeah.
I would be talking to you, or like you, like it would like you would just not be there, and I would have to just like bring you back to be like, bro, like we're still here, bro. Like we gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you would just be in here in the kitchen, just like gone.
Yeah. Yeah, I like when I say like I literally like don't remember like almost 2 full weeks. Like I really like don't. Like I don't. Like I remember crying. Like I remember crying a lot. That's really it. Like and people say online now cuz I didn't post for like 2 weeks, like literally 2 full weeks. Maybe even almost 3 because the week prior to it was just like a nightmare. Um but yeah, I just like, I remember crying, and people keep saying like it's okay to cry because when I'm and now I'm trying to talk on stories again, like I'm and post just like pictures and stuff. I don't know, like I'm trying to do that because like you do have to get back to some sort of
Like
world. It's a completely
life.
different world and a completely different life. It really is. Like it's crazy. But especially just when he was so ingrained in everything. It would be different if he was just like how other people treat dogs, where you just like have a dog and they're like an accessory. But he was literally like every part of my life, work and my regular life and my emotional everything. So yeah, I live a completely different life. But people are saying like, you can cry, it's okay, and I'm like, no, you're not.
Like
I
y'all wasn't
do.
here.
I do
Y'all
cry.
weren't here.
Like
You niggas didn't see.
I'm posting a few minutes of stories. I have cried. I think there's been 2 days out of like however many weeks this has been that I didn't cry. Like 2 days. Like I cry all the fucking time. So don't worry, I'm crying. They're like, you gotta feel your emotions, and I'm feeling it. The fuck? Yeah, I would just like sob. I've never cried like that. Like that kind of where like I can't. Where
You
I
can't
know it now. Where
breathe.
it's like yeah, like I threw up. I cried so much, so hard. Like I just can't, I don't know. It's just so. It's the weirdest thing I've ever been through. Like it really is. Like I just get so like sad. Like or it's like I get this nervous feeling that's like so intense. But it's like I get sad and I cry when like I think of him or like have little memories of him. But like it's that head in the hands, him passing. Like that is the one that makes me like go. Yeah, and it's like I don't know, sad. Like I'm trying to be back. I'm trying to talk, and like I have to like I can't go back to normal. Like there is no normal right now. But it's like people keep commenting, being like, you can see it like in your eyes. Like I don't have the same like life. I'm like yeah, no shit. I'm trying, and I'm so grateful that I have the jobs that I have online. I couldn't imagine if I had to go back. Like how regular people have to go back to work. Like my mom was pregnant. This is just one of the stories. My mom's been in the final moments with every dog that we've had. My dad is like not that person. My mom has done it every time. And she was pregnant and had to put one of the dogs down because of an emergency thing. And she went and did that, wiped her tears, and went back to work because she had a position that she could not be there for. It's like I can't even imagine. But I said to her, and she agreed, and I was like, "But do you think it's so?" My mom had to choose because when a dog gets put down, like obviously it's for their best interest, but it's a choice. Like you hold that forever. Is there anything you could have done? Like any of that stuff, no matter how horrible. Like they have a heart attack, and it's like they're not even really there. So it's like or if a dog gets sick or a dog has cancer and all these things that has happened to different dogs. But it's like my mom had to choose to take her mom off life support. My mom was that person, which is terrifying now because like I'm that person for my mom, and it's like my mom had to choose that, and so she's like, you hold that for the rest of your life. And I was like, do you think the reason that you can fight through doing this, like putting dogs, we've always had so many dogs at a time, like we've never had just one at a time, and then you can go back to some degree to your regular life, is because you had the hardest one of all. And she's like, yeah, honestly, probably. Like I did that with my mom, and everything after is like horrible, but nothing is that. I couldn't even imagine. Like I'm so grateful to my Twitch community because like that is one of my main jobs. They're so understanding, obviously, because they know Scoob, they've spent his whole life with him. And like OnlyFans and stuff. Like I'm so grateful that my jobs are online. I couldn't imagine, like I haven't like seen anyone in weeks.
Yeah.
Just like randomly at the gym, I've seen Kennedy and stuff. And like all people want to do is like console you, right? And be like, how are you? Like, bitch, what do you think?
How do you think I feel?
Like I can't just be like, good.
I'm jipper.
Like I just thumbs down, and then like I feel like I'm gonna die. So I've just been avoiding people, and I know that time has to come to an end. Like I can't just like stay here in the house forever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just don't feel like a full person still. Like it's so hard. And like I've never like done anything for myself. I've never done anything like together. Like we went on one little weekend trip before. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've never, I don't know. Like my career, I'm grateful for the one I have, but I actively was like, well, I can't pursue this. I can't travel for this job. When your job is online as a content creator, like to be able to travel and do stuff helps your career. You can network, you can do things. And it's like, I was like, no, I'm not going to leave my dog. Like I won't do that. So it's like weird to think that I have this whole life that I can do all these things, you know? This part's gonna be hard to get through, but you know, you have like these thoughts. Like my mom talked to me about it, but it's like when he came into my life, I needed to slow down, right? Because I was really sick, in and out of the hospital, and it was all honestly like we think like stress induced. I was like working 18-hour day. I literally put my body through hell, and I couldn't anymore because of him. And so like he came into my life at that period, and then I was going through a lot emotionally. The depression was like top peak, the highest it could be.
Mm-hmm.
And he came into my life, and he was the reason I was held accountable. I had to be. And then it's like I moved here. I got my green card. I have this whole career in this life. I'm the most stable I've ever been. We're in an amazing place. Like, everything is so good. Like I really have nothing that is, you know, like I am such a whole version of me to some degree because I, you know, miss him. But I'm like, I feel like who I am.
Mm-hmm.
Who I really feel like I'm Nicholas. I don't know how to explain it better.
Mm-hmm.
But that I feel like I typed it out and it was hard to type out, but it's harder to say. That I obviously like rescued him, but he rescued me. Cause like I likely like wouldn't be here today without him because I had to be for him. And in that process, I like
It's crazy.
but like he took care of me. He protected me. Like physically protected me. And he emotionally protected me. I mean, like when I say like I didn't pour into you because he was like my emotional support. He was my protector in every way. Like if something was going wrong with me, immediately he was like, no, like we're playing, we're doing this, we're whatever. Like he just, I feel like he like came into my life so randomly and I knew I had to have him. Candace messaged me and she was like, there was something about him. Like you've seen Rottweilers, you've seen Dobermans, you've seen puppies, you've seen these things, but there was something like when my mom sent me the picture of him was like, look, your dream dog is up for adoption. And I was like, I need him. I have to have him. I wasn't in a position to have him at the time. I was like, I have to have him. And I really feel like he came into my life to like take care of me in what was going to be like the hardest times of my life. And with his heart condition, like he shouldn't have had as long of a life that he had. It's like a miracle that he made it almost to a full life. And that right when everything, like I felt like, wow, I'm where I'm supposed to be. I'm with who I'm supposed to be with, my career, my life, my above all, my like who I am as a person. Like I'm so strong now. And I'm like the most resilient I've ever been. and I've done so much work. Like, I used to joke all the time, yeah, I meditate 6 times a day, but I do all these things to take care of myself now, which is why, like, when he went, I was able to, like, come home and be like, I need to do these things. Like, as heartbroken and as a blur as it was, I still am able to, like, somehow pick myself up. And I feel like he, like, held on till, and was like, okay, like, you're good. So he really, like, saved my life. So yeah, it's just like, it's hard, but and you know what was the worst part? Actually, I'm gonna be like, LOL. The worst part of the whole experience is right after, people saying how good of a boy he was. No shit. He was such a good boy. I know. I don't know why that was like the hardest part for like the first week. And even with the nurses, like, he's such a good boy. He's the best boy. You don't think I fucking know?
You don't have to keep coming in here and tell us we know.
Like, you know, it's just, he was just like the best boy. And I'm okay to never have another dog. Like, obviously we don't have the energy. We don't have like the light in the house. We don't have all these things. And I feel incomplete without him. Like, everything I do doesn't feel right without him. But I don't feel the need. Obviously, I'm traumatized, but I don't feel the need to do it again. Like, what I experienced with him is like the most complete, like, love. Like, everything I could have needed from a dog, a person. Like, he was that. And I'm so okay with, like, I don't need to experience this again. It was like a once in a lifetime thing that, like, anybody who was with us would say, like that, what the connection that I had with him was just like not a dog human connection. Like, we just were so aligned. And I don't need to experience that again. Like, you know, my mom had that with like Charlie. My mom always said like Charlie is the best dog they've ever had. And he was multiple dogs ago, but there was something about him, you know, like, I don't need it again. And I'm okay with that. Like, yeah. He was just the best boy ever. Like, ever. You know what I do remember? The first like 2 days, I feel like I said nothing but like my baby. Like, I couldn't like say words. Like, I had nothing to say. I couldn't talk. But I just kept being like, my baby. I would catch myself like walking around being like, my baby. Like, my baby. So fucking insane. Like, the whole thing is just like,
what the fuck?
It doesn't feel like real. And it's like, when you think about it and you're like, oh, like a dog. All that about a dog. Like, it's just doesn't, but it's not that. Like, I don't know. It's
not that, bro.
Because there's people that would go, that have gone and can go, and I wouldn't have the same feeling. You know, like, I don't know.
It's like, motherfucker, like, I remember always just laughing at white people about like how much they cared about their dogs. And I still do think that some of y'all be taking the shit too fucking far. But like, no, I get it. Like,
yeah.
After this, I fucking get it.
Yeah. He was just like the best boy.
Like, that's I have never had a dog like that a day in my fucking life.
My parents said it all the time.
I've never experienced a dog like that in my fucking life. Like, that was just so, he was just like a person.
Yeah, like, it's so crazy because when you say it, it's like, yeah, you guys see him stalk and you see bits of him, but it's like,
this nigga had a personality, bro. He would tell us when he wants stuff. What dog does that? He was so clear. You never had to be like, what do you want? When he was upset, he would like turn away from you and grunt. What dog does that? He would
like, if he had to poo, he would literally like look at his butt and look at you like, I have to poo.
So which one of y'all?
If he had to pee, he would tell you how he has to pee. If he needed a certain thing, he'd tell you that. Like, if he just needed anything. Like, he was so clear with his
If
emotions.
he was getting on his nerve, he'd just be like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
He was just like so. Yeah, he didn't feel like any other dog we've had. My parents have said it. Like, we've had a million dogs, and they've always said, like, that is a person. Like, there's something about him that is not a dog. Like, he just, I don't know. There is some sort of thing. That's why I think it was just so, like, meant to be. Like, he was supposed to be my dog, because he was not just a
that wasn't
pet.
just a dog, man.
No, every person who ever met him was like, that dog is what is going on with him? That is a person. And like all the videos of him when he like listens, like he was such a listener. Like when you would talk, you know, when dogs, guys, they turn their head, like he just would listen to everything you said.
And that's how I knew his punk ass knew English when he wasn't doing what the fuck he was supposed to be doing. But I digress.
Yeah, because you could.
Because you understood
Yes.
every word I said when I spoke to you about something that you liked.
Yes. Yeah. I think if I would say certain things to him, like he would just like know to go do that or get that or whatever. Like every toy. Do you remember at my old house we had like a fuck ton of toys, and he knew what each one was. Like I'd be like, go grab the squeaker. You grab the squeaky thing. Go grab this. Go grab this.
Yeah,
grab
go
the
get this. Yeah.
grab your snake. He grabbed the snake. Like he just like was so smart. Like all the things he
We could have taught that nigga to grab shit out the fridge if we wanted to, but then he would have ate stuff out of the fridge.
Yeah.
But maybe not. He was very well trained.
Yeah, but he was a drooler. But
I don't miss the wet floors.
Okay. You know what? I will say this. Yeah. I love him. I would take it back. I would take it all back. I would do anything to be covered in drool again.
The only problem that I have with the drool is that we have wood and tile, and in the winter, that drool would get like sub-zero.
And that he just like had this thing where he wouldn't finish drinking before he walked away from the bowl.
Oh my God.
And then he would just pour water because he had the Rottweiler jowls.
It would just be water. Water just dripping down his face.
Yeah. Yeah, my baby. Yeah.
Poopa-doo.
Poopa scoop. So I'm going to get a tattoo for him. Everybody thought when they saw me getting a tattoo, I didn't post what it was first. Everybody was like, your Scoob tattoo. I was like, well, no. But after actually crazy, why it ended up being this tattoo was because I knew. So I think the day after, maybe the day or two, maybe just the day after. I don't know. I didn't go to the gym, but we knew I had to go because I needed something that was going to be like, I have to focus so much on this lifting or how heavy this is, or I have to like focus on this that it does take you out of it. Now there's moments where you're like, don't cry, you're in public, don't cry, you're at the gym, don't cry, you're at the gym, don't cry. But that really was the best thing for me. But I remember texting you being like, yo, like I've seen 444 fucking 20 times and I'm in an enclosed room. Like I can't escape it. It was on people's water bottles. Someone had a pin on their sweater. Like it was just everywhere. I saw a guy with 444 tattoo today. But yeah, it was just everywhere. But for those who don't know why I have it is because I went through something as a kid. And then I just like during it, I saw 444 on the clock. And then from that moment on, I didn't know what an angel number was until a few years ago. But every day, there isn't a day that goes by I don't see it. And it's not on a clock. It's like on stuff, like randomly. Prices, phone numbers, stickers, like anywhere.
My
yeah.
job number.
Yeah, the like employment, whatever number thingies, like all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like so crazy. It's like it pops up out of nowhere. But it always popped up the most when things were gonna like go wrong. Or like if something was heavy. And I always just attributed it to the bad thing. And then in my early 20s, I was like, I gotta get a handle on this. I gotta work on this trauma situation, but by myself because I didn't go to therapy or anything. And I was like, okay, well, when I see 444, I'm just gonna say something I'm grateful for. So force myself to do it. And yeah, when I would go through shit, like I would just see it all the time, but it would force me to say what I'm grateful for, and it just like makes you. It's the perspective thing. And I just saw it like 100 million times, like in the weeks after Scoob passed, and it was like, yo, this is like huge. So that's why I got this first. But I'm going to get a little Scoob tattoo. And because I called him Scuba Diver his whole life.
Mhm.
Still to the people who call him Scooby Doo, I'm like, I don't know who that is. That ain't my dog.
Mhm.
I'm going to get a little outline of his head and a little scuba helmet, like sandy cheeks, like Sandy's.
Mhm.
Like that, but an outline of his face, like right here.
Mhm.
My little scuba diver. So I'm excited about that. But yeah, I don't know. We thought this was going to be a short episode, or we'd just go like, hey, this happened, guys.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like 25 minutes,
Yeah,
but oh well.
my papa.
And to go down memory lane, it's okay.
Yeah, can't think of anything else I want to say, but yeah, I got to get back to streaming soon. I just know I'm going to get on there and just cry. Just because they like.
It'll be your first time back with them being able to.
Yes. You know, it's like
more together.
Everybody's like commenting and saying stuff, and it's so nice. And obviously, I can't get to every message because some are sad. Like honestly, I'm so appreciative that everyone's reaching out. Like I knew everybody liked Scuba online, but I didn't know everybody actually cared about me. So shout out to y'all. That's nice. Made me feel nice.
I thought y'all was here for the dog.
But so it felt nice, but it's also like overwhelming. Like I've never had that much engagement in my life, like DM wise. Like I've never had that much in my life. So it's very overwhelming. I couldn't get to everybody, but it's also like part of me was like, I can't read everyone's message about how like amazing he was. Like I said, I know. And like take care of yourself. Like I'm trying, and like I'm very appreciative though. Like super appreciative that people do that, but it's also hard to when people are like, yeah, my dog just passed too. I'm like, yeah, like it's hard to read those right now. But when somebody I know or knew Scoob, like he had so many babysitters, like because I traveled teaching in the first year of his life, so I just took him everywhere with me while I was little still. And like Anissa, she was somebody from London, and every time I would go, like she would take him and gallivant with him because she had Dobermans. She was a rescued Doberman owner, so she would take him and all that. And she sent me videos of him, and like that made me sob because it's like you forget like all of these people who were in his life. Like I know he's touched millions of people online, but it's like he really did to people too.
The fact
like,
that they kept those videos. So
yes, like, and that's what's crazy. Almost 7 years they've kept those memories of him, and I'm grateful for that. Like Lakin sent me so much stuff of him from when they would babysit him when I was working, and like there was times when I would go to London and when he was little, and he would just sit in the back of the class, and some of those students messaged me, and that's been like 7 years ago. They've graduated now, and they're like, oh my God, I remember when he would just be in the back of class. He was so cute. We'd all go up to him and whatever. And I'm like, I like forgot about that. So like when people I know, like Carson's made me sob because Carson babysat him the most. And so she sent me a lot of videos when he was like this big, and I was like, oh my God, my heart. Like that's the hard stuff too. People who knew him as like in person. But yeah, it's just so crazy to think that like millions of people have seen him. Like that's so crazy. But had I never posted him online, had he never done that, I never would have ever said that he passed. I just would have kept it, you know. Or if he was just like a part of things in the back. But because he was such a huge personality, I felt like I don't, but I felt like I owed people that like as well almost. Because like I would, and still we get messages like for his whole life about people being like, yo, COVID was horrible and I was so depressed, and videos of Scoob would pop up. I could cry. And like that is something I smiled about when I couldn't smile. And I always said that like
those stalking videos really helped so many people.
Yeah. And it's like when I was younger, I had Jenna Marbles. Like that was my, you know. And so I always said like the reason I created content was because I just want people to smile on days they feel like they couldn't. And so like he did that for people. So it's like I'm so grateful for everybody who like loves him. But it's so crazy. Like he had such a crazy life. You know, he's like immortalized. So it's so cool. But yeah, I'm gonna go because I've been crying for like 2 hours. But Love you long time, everyone. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Thanks for loving my puppy dog.
Long live Scuba.
Mm-hmm. My tiny boy. But yeah, okay. Thanks. The fuck? I don't know what to say now.
I guess we can just end it here then.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Toodles.